Hello viewers, my name is Tiwalade Aderemi and I am a final year law student at Olabisi Onabanjo University and an undergraduate intern at Solicitors. I will be discussing the licensing regime in the telecommunications industry. It is important to note that the Nigerian Communications Act of 2003 is the principal legislation in charge of the telecommunications sector and internet services. The provisions of Section 70 of the Nigerian Communications Act are specifically noted and given the Nigerian Communications Commissions the power to make regulations. Of these regulations is the licensing regulations of 2019. The provisions of the Section 32, Sub 1 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 has established two classes of license one can obtain: the individual license and the class license. Although the Nigerian Communications Act of 2003 did not specifically categorize the frequency spectrum licensing to be a type of license, however, the licensing regulations of 2019 are specifically provided for this. So what is an individual license? An individual license is a category of license in which its terms, conditions, scopes, and obligations are limited to the services provided, while a class license is a category of license in which its terms, conditions, scopes, and obligations are common to the services provided. It is important to also note that the provisions of Sections 31, Sub 1 of the Nigerian Communications Act of 2020 has specifically provided that a telecommunications operator shall only get a license where it has been duly incorporated under the Corporate Affairs Commission prescribed by the Company and Allied Matters Act of 2020. The provisions of Section 38, Sub 1 of the Nigerian Communications Commission are specifically noted that no license holder shall transfer, assign, or sublease his license without getting the due approval or prior notice from the Nigerian Communications Commission. Also, Regulations 9 of the Licensing Regulations 2019 has also noted that no telecommunications holder that runs a telecommunications business shall operate without getting the due license. And in a case where this happens, such a person shall be liable to a fine or conviction, or both. It is also important to note that it is only an individual license that can be revoked or suspended. Why is this so? Because a class license only needs to be registered. And in a case where a class license holder has violated any provisions of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 or its subsidiary legislation, such license shall be deregistered. So how can an individual license be revoked or suspended? In a case where a license holder, that is an individual license holder, has contravened or violated the provisions or any provisions of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 or its subsidiary legislation. Then number 2, where such license holder has assigned, approved, or transferred its license to another party without getting approval from the Nigerian Communications Commission. The third one is where such license holder has run bankrupt or cannot be able to perform such telecommunications business anymore. So how exactly can I assign my license to a third party? Yes, you can assign your license to a third party. However, you have to apply to the Nigerian Communications Commission to be able to do this and submit a resolution by your directors saying that they have transferred or assigned this license to a third party. I'm sure you enjoy this message, and I believe that for further information you can contact us or check our website at www.alemsolicitors.com or our LinkedIn page at Alem Solicitors. Thank you so much. God bless.